So in the previous video, we basically talked about building our own AI agent, right? So we put everything in the prompt, ran a loop, and managed everything. But now we have crew AI, which we don't have to do any of that. We can just basically create a crew and just do a kickoff. So let's kind of look at what frameworks allow. So Ray frameworks, you don't have to worry about state. You don't have to worry about tools. You don't have to worry about loops and evaluation, and you don't even have to worry about the control logic. So I can show you how it works. So you had all of your code, which is previous code, and this is basically the same code that you're doing with crew AI. You're creating an agent, you're giving it a task, and you're running a crew. And you can even see the neat observability that you get where like, okay, what's happening? This is what an orchestration looks like. And let's kind of look at its components. So you have an agent where you give it a role in like a string and you give it a goal. Some backstory, it's optional. Like you can basically tell it a little bit of backstory. And tools are interesting because tools are like, okay, as you can see here, you gave it stock tool and a calculator, which will be showing how you can build them. You can give it a model. You can choose whatever model you want. I was trying to build this agent with a simpler model before, like a 100 billion model, and it was not working. So you can choose a better model every time. Max iteration is interesting. It's like how many times you would kind of keep running. And yeah, some other which you can read about. Same thing with task. It's like this is more of a smaller thing. So one agent can have many tasks. Expected output is interesting. Like maybe you want to input, maybe you want like a JSON object and things like that. And yeah, you can give it access to tools as well. And you also have to mention what agent it is. And then here you put the agents and tasks together and kind of talk about how you have to run them. Maybe if it's sequential, maybe things are dependent on each other. You have the max loop and the memory layer, which we'll talk about later. But yeah, agent is a self-contained specialist that reasons, call tools, and pursues one clear goal. This was the information we would have given initially, but now you kind of know what an agent does. Task is a precise instruction set defining the specific outcome of an agent must produce. A crew is the scheduler that coordinates multiple agents so their combined outputs can complete an overall workflow. So we're gonna demo like a very simple crew. But the idea here is like you can create like really, really complicated agents, which we're going to start from a very simple crew. Then we're going to kind of add like our custom tool. And then what we're going to do is like have agents that are like 5, 6 agents doing like multiple things. And then there's like a big agent managing them. So yeah, let's get to the demo. All right, so now we're here at the demo and it's very simple. So don't worry about the fluff. This is basically getting the OpenAI key and the Tivoli API key just for search stuff. And we are using a few tools here. And it's the search tool, so which kind of is provided by Crew AI. Okay. There you go, search tool right here. So you don't even have to create your own tool, right? So there's, you can go Crew AI. We'll leave the description. We'll leave the link in the description, and you can import as many tools as you like. You don't have to code them, right? So here you basically have like a company analyst, research companies, and provide detailed financial and strategic outlooks. Basically, there's a backstory about and then you give a search tool. And by default, the LLM is 4.0. Here you basically create the task, and then there's a company name, and then basically the crew runs the researcher and researcher task in a sequential. So it's a very basic tool, so which we're going to run right now. So I'm just going to, I'm going to say Python 3 crew agent units. And you're going to see that it runs the crew. Just give it 1 minute. So I'm just going to write Tesla. All right. Just running it's getting the information using the web based on these factors. So it needs to have the current financial position, key products and services, market position, main competitors, recent news and developments. And you can see that it's running like specific websites and kind of seeing, like running through the LLM again, whether it did the task properly. And there we go. We have all of these things. We have the current financial position. We have the key products and services, markets and positions, and it basically, excuse me, and it basically ran all of those things. So if we can add like I don't know, founder and CEO, why not? And I would have to exit this and then run this again. And I'm going to do the same thing again. So I just basically added that. And then when you're going to see it doing the search, it's going to have the information about the founder and CEO in there as well, because we added the task. All right. So you can basically see founder and CEO is basically added as well. So it searched that and then added that here. Yeah. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the second demo where we're going to build a custom tool. So this is the demo for the Crew AI with a custom tool. So we're going to go here, and then this particularly has these tools that we are kind of inheriting from the past. And then we just add a tool decorator on the very top so it can just use all the functionality of like the tool that is the Crew AI tool. And then you can see that we have two agents. One is the extraction agent and one is the calculation agent. And you can basically see that, oh, this basically extracts a pair and then just basically calculates the price. And then there's a separate task for extracting the pairs and calculating the values. And then we have a crew, and then it basically comes together, and then we run it. So we're going to run Crew AI with custom tools.py, and it's going to start a crew. I have 3 Tesla stocks and 3 Amazon stocks, and I want you to calculate the value of my portfolio. Okay, let's run this. And you can see that the extraction pair was very quick, and then it got the Tesla, like you can see here, 3 Amazon, 3 Tesla, and gets the price, and there's the calculation agent, basically calculating all of that. And yeah, so grand total portfolio value is 1612. So basically you can see here that how simple it was for us to set a custom tool, and we don't have to worry about anything else. In the preceding chapters, we'll talk about using different tools from different websites, and integrating Composio, and creating a complicated 5 agents together to create like a crew, which is a solid crew. So basically, I hope we started with drawing a house, and basically you kind of realize that the task of an agent is kind of like drawing a house. There's many ways you can do this. If you have decision logic for these like stocks, it would be just kind of very long. But the LLMs allows us the flexibility to solve and create agents. So I hope the clarity of like in the last hour we got was to build agents. And yeah, this was pretty much it. And I hope you can build more agents using Crew AI. But yeah, I'm gonna sign off now. But yeah, looking forward to working more with you. All right, guys. Ciao, ciao.